Hello ladies. Okay, so I thank you very much for all the questions that you left in the comment box in the group. So I've chosen one question. It was the first question asked by Michelle, and her question was, does collagen increase significantly via cupping? So I'd like to respond, absolutely yes it does. So cupping will significantly increase the collagen and elastin production within the skin. Collagen and elastin is stimulated by the cell's response to producing and secreting collagen and elastin. As we age, collagen and elastin diminish unless encouraged. And we can encourage this via product, by diet, and also by stimulation. And that stimulation would be things like cupping, or natural stimulations would be cupping, a gua sha, face yoga, face massage, and then obviously controlled induction would be microneedling and peels. So with this simulation of cupping, what we are doing is that from the suctioning and the releasing action that the cup instigates within the tissue, it is causing elastin and collagen to reproduce. And when the two of those ingredients are within the skin and are in the correct configuration, a special little explosion happens, and it's called fibroblasting. And fibroblasting also diminishes because we don't have enough collagen and elastin left in the tissue, because it is no longer producing collagen and elastin. So when we can create a technique or implement something that will increase or encourage the elastin and the collagen, we then instigate a higher fibroblasting action to happen within the tissue. So what one needs to do is implement a cupping routine to be regular. So the right amount of deliberate cupping versus downtime. So there are different types of stimulation techniques, and I'm going to speak of two for now. The first one is brisk cupping and deliberate cupping. So think of brisk cupping like a sprint. Okay, brisk cupping is something that you would do first thing in the morning, okay, and it is like a sprint. You will follow the typical pathway or mapping of facial cupping, and you would do something like that in the shower with a glidey soap, and it really is literally seconds. And what you're doing is you are stimulating the skin fast and deliberately, okay, so you pushing or creating an awareness within the skin like a sprint. Okay, so that is one type of action of cupping, is brisk cupping. And then you would probably choose in the evening, because you have more time, to do deliberate cupping. Now, deliberate cupping is like a meander. It's slow, it's intentional, it's also purposeful. You have a reason to try and slowly initiate and instigate collagen production. And I would do that with oil. You could do it with gel. But what I have also noticed, a little tip here, is that when you use different solutions, you actually instigate different types or different ways of collagen to respond, or elastin to respond, in increasing within the skin. So water or glidey soap has a different response to the skin as opposed to oil cupping. I find oil cupping very deep and probably a lot more of a workout on the skin than I would say a glidey soap with water. That is much lighter. So even choosing a different solution or solvent will also change how your skin will respond to producing more elastin and collagen. And we like to give the skin this variation because we like to keep the skin on its toes. Okay, so you would probably do an AM brisk cupping and a PM deliberate cupping. So when implementing your cupping routine, there's two things you need to remember: is be realistic, okay, and to be constant. So what I mean by being realistic is that even if you can do 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, it is much better than not doing anything. Once you get into the habit, once you create a habit of cupping, it will become habitual. It'll be like you don't get up and shower and not put deodorant on. It'll become very much the same thing. You will cup in the morning and you will cup in the evening, even if it's 5 minutes. And even if the one in the evening is just one area of the face, maybe it's just lymphatic drainage, maybe it's just to work around the eye area. But what you're doing is you're just trying to make the skin become responsive to the cup. And you will see in time with doing lymphatic drainage, the moment you actually reach for the cups, your lymphatic nodes will start to drain immediately. So there is a little bit of a method to my madness. So if you've also been following this kind of routine where you're trying to awaken collagen and elastin and make it more responsive in the skin, because obviously we've been losing it as we get older, what can happen in the evening is you can get a little carried away. Okay, so you can spend a longer length of time on your face, which is great, but if you do that, then I would suggest that the following evening to go much lighter. It is quite a great or good idea to switch in and out your cupping routine. So one night to be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit longer with the cups, and the other night to be as less aggressive, so that the skin is not having the same continual treatment continuously. And we can also look at different ways of stimulating, whether we do a boot camp or we do something within over so many days to instigate the collagen production, to wake everything up. So there's a lot of different techniques that one can use, and you just have to work it out and see what fits into your routine and your lifestyle, and what you have the time for, and figure out how you can actually manipulate the cupping experience in order to enhance the final outcome, which is more collagen and elastin in the skin. Okay, so I hope that has answered your question, Michelle, significantly. And if any of you have any other questions that you would like to ask from this segment that I've offered, please pop it in the comments below, and I will get the information together and will be absolutely glad to offer you my view, my understanding, and my experience of using cupping to increase collagen and elastin and fibroblasting. Bye for now.